哇，昨天晚上打孤独城西天记这边的暗毛，哇，超级难打的。这边的暗毛是几乎所有的 BOSS 全部一次出动，小鬼也一次出动，一个人要打3-4个 超大 BOSS， 还有一大堆小鬼。我一个人没办法打过。昨天正好有一个网友也跟着也在打，所以我也跟着插进去打，可是我还是不行，哈哈，这边的难度太高了。
Wolves of ice and bone attacked Brune, my lady, and he saw ghosts.
The roofs and oafs that reside in this town see spooks under every fish barrel. Normal animal attacks become works of I couldn't get much out of Brune, but it seems wolves attacked Havel's farm over to the west. He claims the beasts were only bones, and wolf packs do roam around the outskirts of town. Occasionally they snatch away a chicken or a goat. Excellent. The people of Morthal are basically good. They just let their imaginations run wild. Learning the truth. Oh, one can't live in this world without encountering a stray spectre. Seeing chains drop from the sky changes what we accept as normal. And magic, let's say I'm skeptical. The people of Morthal spend their days fishing, cutting logs, and drinking. Last week, Bandor accused Invisible Reeker of stealing his beard comb. The mill ceased operation completely while the town searched for holes in the ground where they might be hiding. We found it in the stables where he'd been grooming the horses. Indeed. I am proud to call him my husband. Without his strength, this town would certainly fall apart. When I arrived in Morthal for our wedding, I believed my life was over. But Redharden made us a fine home here, for which I am grateful. Gods, no. I hoped my diction would show that. Perhaps I've lived here long enough to adopt their backwards speech. I came from Solitude originally. Oh, one can't live in this...
Careful not to disturb the fish, stranger. Hard enough to catch them as is. And even when I manage, they get stolen anyway. I'm sick of feeding thieves. I can barely feed my family. Yes, that's mine. Smells awful. Looks like something may have swallowed it. I guess that was the point. Where did you find it? Really? Troubling to think a beast like that would venture so close to civilization just for a free meal. Yes, I do. Thanks to you. You've likely ensured my family. Thanks again. You've given me a sliver of hope in these dark times. Will, now that... you! Come over here before those zombies get you! Are you mad? Don't step foot anywhere near that farm. Those bone... By Moloch's nethers, what else would you call them? Felt like just a normal day of working the field. Then a freak storm blows in. Heard whispers on the wind, and saw a woman's ghost in the snow. That's when the beast swarmed from nowhere. Anyone brought down by wolves turned. Their skin shriveled and froze before my eyes. Still think you're mad, but I appreciate that you're willing to check on Havel. He's a grumpy old coot, but he doesn't deserve whatever this is. When those bone wolves came out of the storm, we scattered. Some people tried to defend themselves with rakes, but we're far. Brune's still alive? One of those tusking wolves latched onto his leg, but that didn't slow him down. He fended it off with a hammer and kept... They started off faint, like a low murmur. As the storm grew, we could make out words and laughter. The spirit faded before reaching us. I thought perhaps the storm had played tricks on my eyes.
Who is that? If you came to eat me, you better turn right around. What are you doing in my house? First, all my workers rot away into monsters because of frozen... You saw those creatures in the field? If I leave, they'll make me like them. I have all I need in here to hold out until they are gone. I saw the spirit of someone we thought disappeared years ago. The Jarl and Lady's daughter Freywin. They never talk about it. Too painful, I suppose. I guess she died if that's her ghost who brought these... No clue why she'd bring this upon us. Freywin always loved visiting the farm. Actually, there's someone who might know about Freywin's fate. A clever woman who speaks with spirits. Her hut lies to the northeast. She is a strange one for sure. Always stealing my chickens for her unnatural magics. But... oh yes, even as a little girl, she'd wander out here on her own. Always giggled while chasing the chickens around the field. Well, I heard things. Morthal is a small town, and people talk. Stuff about that old witch makes my skin crawl. Using chicken bones and blood for magic is unnatural.
the chickens, Havu?
Of course, my dear. Go ahead and grab some seed.
Another traveler approaches. Come, warm yourself. Visitors come so rarely to visit this old woman, but fate has a way of making one suddenly useful. Well, get close to the fire. Warm up. Wondered when they would send someone. Though an outsider surprises me. Yes, I know the fleshless fools. But a ghost of young Freywin? Disturbing. I make blood and tissue. Tear some decayed skin off an affected person and scrape dried blood from a cursed wound. Good. Go on. Return here when you have the samples. A simple ritual will provide the details we seek. Because I'm smarter than most Nords? I jest. People from the North fear magic. Don't understand it? Out of sight, out of mind. The fools believe they can ward off magic's consequences by pushing it away. And yet I'm the first person they visit when someone gets... I did. She was beloved by the whole town. Even those of us pushed to the edge. No, I will not tell you what is not yours to know. At least until I can see what causes these attacks. Now, where did I put those rune stones? Such sloppy magic. Untrained. The scent of death enters my nose. Your time with the cursed creatures has marked you. Yes, these will do nicely. Fresh, intact, thrumming with magic. Many things. Is this a spell or a curse? Where does it get its power? Good. I won't. Just as I feared. Come, listen to a tale. The ritual bears out my fears. I recognize the curse corrupting life around Morthal. Years ago, a death mage named Maxton killed a group of town guards at Kienstag Ruins. The same magic she used then, now and all I know are whispers. They say Maxton kidnapped Freywin and forced her into the ruins. Naturally, the Jarl dispatched the guards to rescue his daughter. But just as they arrived, vanished. Until now, it seems. Though the link between Freywin's ghost and this curse still remains unclear. To find a cure, I need Max. Good. Meet me in Morthal with what you find. I wish to examine the wounds made by these undead. And take this rune. It bears an enchantment that will ward you from the curse's worst effects. At least, temporarily. As I said, she was a conjurer of death. From what I have seen, her magical understanding is incomplete. This curse is why I never spoke with her. But rumors still sometimes drift into my camp. Maxton was a mystery in Morthal. Appeared late one evening to rent a bed at... Oh, a forest night stroll is not so odd for a mage. It's the best time to collect mushrooms. And dug-up bones hold the most power in the moonlight. But Maxton sought something in the woods. This I don't know. Let us hope that whatever you find in the Kienstag ruins reveals what she wanted with the young woman. Interesting. Even as a child, Freywin wandered outside Morthal to visit her people. She would come to my hut without fear. I would prepare her rabbit stew as we discussed her life. An excellent question. So many of the answers elude me for now. With any luck, you will know more once we meet again. A simple stone imbued with the warmth of life. After the events at Kienstag Ruins, I explored new paths of magic for counteract. Do you doubt my ability? My practice of magic extends back to when I first heard Shore's whispers as a child. Have faith when I say the rune will protect you. A shame, but no. We require something much more powerful to undo magic this strong. Energy directly connected to the curse's origins.
trauma. Absolutely. I've researched this ritual for years. I just need your help.
Leave these ruins. Explain why you're following me. Who are you? And why do you pursue me? First at Havel's farm, and now you emerge unscathed from these accursed ruins. If Maxton sent you to bring me back to her, I won't go. Everyone should just stay away before I kill them as well. No, I still live. For now. The curse I carry will kill me soon enough. I only hope to die close to home. Its power grows as it feeds off my life energy. The curse ends once I am gone. I only wish I could say goodbye to my parents. I know it is not my place. Thank you, stranger. Please bring her this locket so she knows the message is from me. Tell Mother not to worry. There's a place I love nearby, right? This was not what she planned. Maxton believed she could improve her magical ability by communing with the powerful spirits that inhabit Kienstag ruins. She asked my help with performing a summoning. Maxton misjudged the ritual's difficulty. As she struggled, ice grew over the walls, and winds blew wildly. She almost gained control. But suddenly, Thane Alstrom and his god... It shames me to admit, but yes, all those soldiers, my friends and neighbors, dead. Because of my actions. Oh yes, she was. I loved her dearly, and I truly believe Maxton loved me back. When she... Is that what they say? No. I willingly joined her ritual, which makes me just as guilty for all this death. Maybe I should...
I heard you saved the life of Thane Unvold. Too bad his worthless advisor escaped. Can you help him, witch?
The curse rots his flesh. I've done what I can, but it won't last.
Good, you're back. Old Mjolnir told me of your discovery at the farm. She believes that Freywin's ghost somehow heralds this curse. I held out hope of her survival for years. Perhaps finally knowing her fate brings some relief despite it all. Still alive? I can't believe it. After all these years, Freywin finally comes home and you tell me she's dying? Why would she have you deliver this locket? I must see her. There is so much... Is that by the water where the boats dock? Or perhaps her bedroom where she watched people from the window? The tree! Oh, Freywin, that old tree in the forest above Morthal. She would spend hours there. We must go now. But you survived? Oh, the clever woman protected you. Speak with old Mjolnir, please. She knows... Thank you. I need a moment to process everything you told.
So you found Freywin alive, did you? An unexpected but welcome turn of events. Let me see. Awful. The fantasies of a child. Playing with magic like this Yes, this is what I needed to know. Maxton's ritual consumed the spirits in the ruins. By flooding her with her own life force, we can burn out the curse. Give me her locket. Ah, yes. It hums with emotional power. Once attuned, you can absorb Freywin. Good. Here is the locket. Nenetha mentioned 2 places Freywin enjoyed. The docks and her bedroom. You may find... well, you see, back in the... Actually, no.
This locket, wasn't this yours?
Yes, darling. And now it's yours. Keep it close to your heart. On the water?
Ah, yes. I loved exploring. I can't wait to do it again.
Quickly, to me! Our time is short. Your return may be too late. Lady Nenetha ran off to meet Freywin at the trees she described. She wanted to be with her before. Then we can put an end to this tragedy. But we must act now. Go! Join them at the large tree overlook. Bring it with you. As my ritual to cure Freywin culminates, you must hold the locket before you. Her life energy. When you arrive, wait.
Be here. It will kill you.
Freywin, I thought you died. I can't leave you, even if it kills me.
It's already killing you. Please, get away from me. Mother, no!
Nenetha? Oh no, we must act quickly. Use the necklace on my command.
Ah! It burns! Mother!
Hurry! Use the necklace. Release the energy within.
What's happening?
You did it. I can't believe it. You brought my Freywin back to me. Thank you. I think so. I could feel my skin freeze over. For a brief moment, I thought the end was upon me. I don't know, truly. Freywin's return will raise many questions in Morthal. The Jarl and I must discuss what to say. Freywin, are you all right?
Am I? Mother, I thought I'd killed you.
I would never leave you. It's over now.
Rest. Then we shall return to town. You two have much to discuss.
Welcome. You stand amidst the Circle of Champions, a guild formed to test the greatest fighters of the realm in games of skill. Do you? Of course. Now, we may have many games available. Which challenge would you like to know about? Team Deathmatch has always been popular. All that ceaseless bloodshed really gets the heart pumping. Just go into the field and attack as many players as possible. The more hits you get in, the more points your team scores. Anyone can claim a capture point, but it's a true test of skill to master domination. Seize and protect as many capture points as you can. Ever the curious one, eh? Good. Knowledge can be key to a decisive victory. What other challenge would you care for me to explain? Capture the Relic is one of our simpler games. You must seize your enemy's relic and return it to your base, all while protecting your own relic as well. Chaos Ball sounds simple. You grab the ball and hold on to it for as long as you can. The longer you last, the more points you... Ah, one of my personal favorites. Unlike our other games where you must stand fast, Crazy King gets the blood really flowing.
看一下这跟上古卷轴5有没有什么差别？这里有一个台子，这没有错。这边有一间酒吧，这个也没有错。这边应该要有一个市场才对。这边上去没错，这边是市场。大致方向环境没有错。
I'm working with Hawk.
Your command of the crafts is impressive, but not yet in totality. I am still...
Ojode, Taderi, Ta. Jaira, Taderi, Ta. Rekude, Taderi, Ta. Jaira, Taderi, Ta. Jaira, Taderi, Ta.
I hope you're enjoying it.
This shortage of workers, please.
Borfrey, is that you? Listen closely, you insufferable clod. I need you to find my notes and... Stuck in the bottle? No, no, no. This is a devious and very stubborn illusion. One that you now have the privilege of breaking. It's quite simple. I recorded the locations of 3 verses of a powerful incantation in my journal on the off chance something... My assistant Borfrey has my journal. Find it, read my notes, and acquire the incantation. Also tell him to come get me. So, does it really matter? Every historian worth his salt winds up trapped in an illusion at some point. Very common. Indeed, I acquired a powerful scroll from the Mages Guild. I thought it might direct me to a legendary illusionist's secret site. Steal! We're adventurers, aren't we? What you call stealing, I call daring investigation. Melmoth's works contain a wealth of secrets. If we don't pursue them, some other historian will. Why, with anyone other than you, of course. You really thought I meant to exclude you? Oh, you wound me. Oh, illusion magic extends far beyond simple parlor tricks and mirages. Skilled practitioners exert power over the mind itself. Intellectually, I know I am not a bottle. But the spell... Precisely. The spell turned my knowledge of the natural sciences against me. Crafty, yes? A lesser intellect might have evaded the trap entirely. Yes, the mage Melmoth hid them all over Solitude, etched in wood, tucked under cobblestones, and so on. Was. Who was he? Past tense. Melmoth was one of Skyrim's most gifted illusionists. A contemporary of the great Shalador, if you can believe it. Of course, he's been dead for hundreds of years now. Ah, countless secrets. He was a master illusionist.
OK， 这个吟游诗人学院的格局跟以前还大致一样，里面不知道长得一样不一样。里面好像也差不多，好像有一点不太一样。
I expected to see a drunken souse named Dobbin walk through that door, not this incredible specimen before me. Tell me, what became of the man I hired? Well, Dobbin's indolence may be my gain. Look at you. I can see you are ready for action at a moment's notice. How would you like to help Skyrim's premier art? The storied Bard's College, home of honeyed birds and tear-jerking tunes. For years, a rift within the college threatened to split us apart. One overzealous member hid our antique instrument collection to bring about it. Excellent question. The only clue to their location lie in a song written by the bard responsible, Nell's Hidden Love. Now, naturally, you can't walk into a secret auction without the proper attire, especially not the Sapphire Societies. Their events are outre and rare, mind-boggling and taboo fair. All these secret societies love disguising themselves. It gives a sense of excitement to their lives of leisure. Fortunately, bards hear all sorts of secrets. The magnates of the Sapphire Society speak a simple phrase to gain entry into their events. A jewel of blue rules the view. Truly underscores how they see themselves, doesn't it? You might want to practice it, just to be sure. Excellent. You scan lines quickly, I see. Still, I would avoid any... Remember, A jewel of blue rules the view. It's a lute called Petraloop. Actually, it's Petraloot, but try saying that after 5 strong meads. It was the learning lute at the college for generations, played by dozens, hundreds of bards over the... Well, you and I will save it together. A joint effort, brains and brawn. When they pen the song of this adventure, no doubt you will receive... Many years ago, the college had a collection of legendary instruments. Each inspired great passions, strength, love, tragedy. There was an... Some said the instruments were too precious and needed protection. Others asked, what use are they if they can't be played? The two sides actually... One of the college's greatest bards, Nell Farsong, took them. She thought if the instruments went missing, the fighting could end. So she... Oh, she died. Very sad. And she never told a soul where to find the instruments. But while reading Nell's Hidden Loves, I realized it held clues to their... It's a lute called Petraloop. Actually, it's Petraloot, but...
Speak. Welcome, and enter.
Do you know what I wish to see come up for sale? An item that demonstrates...
If you want to see our next item, you'll have to wait like everyone else. No private previews. You should know the rules. But believe me, you'll want to stick... The loot? Nice patina. Just a trifle I came across in one of my hunts. It went on the block earlier. Now I do wish you had been here. You are skirting the rules. No revealing identities of buyers. Still, if you had arrived on time, you would know that the buyer behaved like an obnoxious ass. We typically frown upon stumbling about from drink.
Oh look, another masked person, how dreary. If a state comes back on the block, don't you outbid me. When else will I get to try our instrument? Oh, that lute. Yes, a mantelpiece for my music room. Has a nice shine to it. I acquired it for a song. A song! I made a joke, see? Buy it? I would never... Oh, wait. You just handed me how much? Well, in that case, of course you can. Take...
Yes? Perhaps you seek this one's mistress. What is this scrap you give Mazalkir? Well, this is her handwriting. This one thinks she has been... Of course, Mazalkir does not steal.
You've returned! Have you brought back the Petroloop? Will my fingers glide over its gentle curves once more? Ah, Petroloop returns home! You know, I wooed my first love with this very lute, and my third as well. I assembled the museum for just this moment, but I think you deserve the honor of placing Petroloop on its podium. After you display... Ah, wonderful! I left a copy of Nell's Hidden Loves on the table there. Have a look.
哦，所以他这边是在讲他那些东西藏在哪里啊？不，等一下，这里边，歌声的遗迹，这样说，刀剑的柄，玉银眼印，在西部矿区长长的库房行进。
Wonderful! Look at the proud Petroloop in its proper place once more. And we're a step closer to undoing Nell's folly. But there are many other... Yes, indeed. Let the clues within Nell's Hidden Loves guide the way. As you travel through Skyrim, they say the first one is always the hardest. Everything should be much easier. Of course it will be. We will use the instruments too. They should be revered, yes. But you... As you fill the museum, bards from all over will make them... With the clues in Nell's Hidden Loves and the... Certainly, it will likely open a new dialogue about our... Ah, yes.
哦，所以这是之前不小心被我找到的，然后这个是他东西的线索。看一下西部矿区，西部矿区的等一下，这是玉银眼印壮丽的洞穴，在西部矿区。 OK， 西部矿区西部的西边、北边的双洞洞窟。啊，好，我这边有找到一个，我看要放哪里。
As you fill the museum, bards...
Let me guess. You found one of those ridiculous handbills Reginus posted all over town. Gods, it's like we're holding auditions for children's theater. The University of Gwailem's most prestigious historical society. We scour the continent for lost antiquities, collecting an invention of our university's founder, Chirain Fyre. It allows the wielder's mind to travel vast distances and find buried relics. Truths lost to history. Gaze. Admission to the circle begins easily enough. Just place your hand on the antiquarian's eye. If you possess the aptitude, you will attune to the eye immediately. If you don't possess the aptitude, it's a magnificent device, alien in origin. As I said before, our university's founder, Chirain Fyre, developed it along with countless... It homes in on objects of historical import. Much like a bloodhound, without all the baying and drooling, of course. We recovered several from a vault in Elenir. It seems Sage Fyre intended for the university's best and brightest to continue. We seek the truth above all else. Written histories rarely give an honest accounting of the past, so we go straight to the source. I assume you mean commercially valuable? Yes, you can keep any relics you recover and do with them what you will. The Circle's chief concern is cataloging the discovery. It's a school, of course. The very best, by any credible assessment. At least it was. What I wouldn't give to walk those... For a time, I studied there as well. Despite all of Cyrodiil's struggles, I really did believe we could weather the storm. Here and elsewhere, the faculty scattered to the winds when the plane meld took hold. Fortunately...
You're here. Don't worry, I have your pay. I'm just finishing my notes. Though, if I'm being honest, I'm not as confident as I once was that my theory... Not really. My whole theory depends on the idea that a dragon buried in that mound could... No. I researched thoroughly to make it unbreakable, but I just don't know if it worked. I expected some kind of reaction, but there was nothing. I don't know. What do you think? How should I present my findings to the Circle? You're right. I've always been self-conscious about my ideas. Too many competing scholars back. Now, I need to get up the nerve to report my findings. Oh, wait, we're not done yet. I promised you compensation for your help, and I'm a Breton of my word. Really, you should think about joining the Antiquarian Circle. You haven't... If I know Gabrielle, I need to spend some time getting my details right. And then I go brave the lioness in her den.
Impressive. We rarely see such an energetic attunement. Well, well, well. It seems I underestimated you. With a reaction like that, you may well rival Gabrielle, our most accomplished. In a hurry, are we? We'll teach you to use the eye in due course. First, do you vow to uphold the principles and traditions of... An excellent decision. Mastering the eye is no small endeavor. But with Gabrielle's tutelage and my rigorous oversight, we may make a true... Now then, we should begin your education in earnest. I suggest you speak with Gabrielle Benele. I can provide some scholarly advice, but when it... Downstairs poring over more maps and tomes, no doubt. Honestly, the girl never stops working. I'd almost think she was trying to make the... Speak with me again once Gabrielle's taught you the basics. I know I can come across as chilly, but truthfully, because I'm not a mage. Don't make a face. I never said I possess the aptitude. We all contribute to the circle in our... Not just writing. Few can match my knowledge of ancient...
啊，原来它还有增加这2个技能啊！我把技能点数都用掉了啊，没关系，反正这个还没办法直接开始使用被动技，好。
Ah, you must be the Antiquarian Circle's most recent addition, eh? Greetings. Sorry for the mess. I'll tidy up down here, you know, eventually. But I digress. Verita wants me to teach you to use the Wow, really? That's uncharacteristically gracious of her. Huh. Well, anyway, let's get started. It all begins with concentration. The eye wants to show you what you seek. So, clear your thoughts, and conjure up a picture of the relic in your mind. The exciting part. Gaze into the eye and focus on the facets in the glass. Take a breath and try to unify the symbols into a single pattern. Eventually, you'll stop looking at the lens and start looking through it. Why don't we just give it a try? Well done. Now fix your eyes on the center and the corners of the lens. Then turn your focus inward toward the facets in the glass. Concentrate, and the facets should merge. Unifying the lens into a single pattern will perfectly attune the eye, but you only need to reach the foci to gain a rough idea of the object's location. If you lose your focus, just
哦，不会吧？这不是那个什么 Candy 的游戏吗？是类似这样子吗？等一下，我看一下这个怎么玩啊。看一下，等一下，啊，右下角有一个提醒被挡住了。等一下，我看一下。OK， 要发掘某件古物，第一步就是探知它的所在。凝视鉴宝者之眼，将能够扩大你的感知，让你以神秘的方式搜寻这些隐藏的古物。要探知某件古物，你必须和古物处在同一个地区，并且拥有一条相关的线索。如果古物如此要求的话，要开始探知，需要打开宝典，并从可探知的列表中选择你想要探知的古物。如果古物没有出现在该列表中，你将无法探知它。一旦你做出选择，你将进入鉴宝者之眼的世界。然后呢，当鉴宝者之眼探知某件古物时，你会从底部中间的大型水晶开始。这块水晶会显示你还剩多少回合。当水晶被完全耗尽时，探知将结束。然后你的目标是获得散布在晶体上的发光焦点，你获得的每一个焦点都会在你地图上消出一个可能的挖掘地点。以缩小你的加快搜索速度，你必须要朝着焦点移动，选择控制区域领域，以及与接触相类型的刻面。如果你没有获得焦点，好吧，玩玩看。
don't care what you say. The killer in Stormhold was a shadow scale.
哦，看样子也有人在玩。
This is the spot. Time to excavate the antiquity. Remember to move cautiously. Use the right tool for the right level of excavation, and don't rush yourself. Even careful digging can result in an unsteady dig site, so be mindful of its stability. So be mindful of its stability.
只对最低3层泥土和岩石有效。哦，所以左边9是9个回合。看一下这边的等一下。如果您未能成功挖掘，该挖掘地点都会消失。你所选择的土块会，当你占卜时，你所选择的土块会发亮，光越亮越绿，越靠近谷物。鲜绿色代表谷物的确切位置。鲜绿色，确认一下。鲜绿色，如果是高级挖掘的话，其实这算是一种游戏的方式吧。占卜。这是裂隙，裂隙是从裂隙的空间移除一块岩层或泥土会导致爆炸，对谷物会造成损害。在没有适合工具的时候，避免使用裂隙。占卜。 占卜。哦 ，OK， 我没注意到在切换这个工具啊。看不太懂。上面有一个9小时54分啊，这什么意思？我每点一个就消耗一个。OK， 可是这样没有什么帮助啊。这我还是看不太懂。L1 是占卜哦。那我看一下这是怎么玩呢？L1 是占卜，是红色的。L2 是裂隙的。所以我一开始用错工具了。等一下，它出现红色的这一边，为什么会是右边那一块？它每点一下，它缩小我的范围了。我了解了。那这样只要用，我想到了，这要用电脑资料库的搜寻方式了。 应该可以用那个方式来试试看。啊，知道，大概知道了。用占卜的方式去缩小范围，等范围变小之后，再用裂隙的方式把它挖，再用工具把它挖出来。
There you have it. You're a proper antiquarian now. Seems you have quite a knack for it, too. Just keep practicing with the antiquarian's eye and master those. I'd report back to Verida and let her know you successfully extracted your first antiquity. Don't expect too much in the way of praise, but trust me, she'll be ecstatic. Once you've checked in, start looking for relics. No time like the present, eh? Of course. We use the antiquarian's eye to... Then the fun begins. You'll notice symbols... Indeed. If you achieve perfect focus, you might narrow it down... Certainly. You should have a small array of tools at your disposal. Some for removing... That's the trick, isn't it? You'll notice subtle differences in the composition of the soil. Well, maybe not patterns in the formal sense, but shapes that... You might damage the antiquity, or...
OK， 知道怎么挖宝了。
Welcome back, Antiquarian. I trust your time with Gabrielle was illuminating. Excellent. I had a good feeling about you, and as you have a great deal of work to do, Antiquarian. Wouldn't you agree? We're all quite busy, truth be told, but I suppose I can make more time for our most promising initiates. That is entirely up to you. What cultures spark your curiosity? What region of Tamriel do you yearn to visit? Or, if it's simple wealth you're after, what item might fetch a prize on the second-hand market? Well, your Antiquities Codex contains only those antiquities we're currently aware of. If practically anywhere, believe it or not. Tucked away in chests, in the pockets of bandits, stashed in musty ruins. The potential applications of our discoveries are endless. You might find items... Oh, I couldn't possibly choose. In any case, my interest in these objects has less to do with their uses and more to do with their historical value. Amalian swore she found parts of a mechanical mount, but that sounds a bit outlandish to me. That is entirely up to you. What cultures spark your curiosity? What
哦，所以这些是可以把它直接卖掉吗？啊，上个洗手间来，我看看能不能到以前。
Because you chose to talk to me, and many do.
Why couldn't the dwarf's infernal contraptions vanish along this cell? If you have...
I haven't seen you before. Are you new to Solitude? Better yet, are you looking for work? If so... Not me, my debtors. I provide funds to the coterie of organized scholars and the Swords of Solitude militia. Both are short-handed and in arrears, so I took it upon myself to correct their courses before they leave me destitute. Tenzin represents the coterie. Odd work, but it pays well. Hidaver handles the militia's assignments. Dangerous work. Don't do it.